And my mother and I, she had moved to Deal permanently, decided we should look around and see if there are any little places we could buy and rent out. And so the house became available. I paid $20,800 for it. It had been owned by the guy who at the time owned the windmill.
Oh, really?
He had bought it for his mother. She was probably younger than I am, but an old Italian lady. And he moved her there to the house. He had it fixed up for her. And she died. And so he put it on the market. So that was 1974. We bought the house. And right after we closed, I get a call from the real estate office where I worked and said, could you come down here for a few minutes? There's somebody here that would like to rent your house. So I go down and there's Bruce. Everybody knew Bruce back then. He had played in every garbage dump and every, little club and, pass the hat. He used to do a lot here on campus and pass the hat. And he came in with his girlfriend. He was in the office and they were both in flip-flops, shorts. He had a Tenement T-shirt on, and I think that was the time she was carrying a rose. And so he said he wanted to rent something in Asbury Park. I said, but my friend who worked in the real estate agency said, I thought he might be interested in your little house that you just bought. And he said, well, I can pay rent. And he holds up this copy. It could have been Newsweek. It could have been Time. And in it was an announcement that Bruce Springsteen and one other group whose name I cannot think of right now had just been signed to a contract with Columbia Records. So he said, I have a salary and I can pay rent. So I said, well, I'd love to show you the house. He said, well, I can't now, but can you do it tomorrow afternoon? I have to be in New York, and I'll take the bus home, and I should be back in the West End area about 3 o'clock. So, okay, my mother and I went to the house, opened it up, and he came just about 10, I was 3:15, and the first thing he said was, can I use the bathroom? He looked around. And he said, yeah, I want to rent this house. So he said, but I don't have any furniture. Oh, so I said, well, when do you want to move in? Well, it was sort of like the last week in March. He said, well, I'd like to come in April 1st. And I said, well, let's see what we can do.